Hi party people, day 11. I'm shooting into the sun. It was cloudy out until just like a minute ago and now it's super bright. But I'm sitting on a nice little bench with pretty background here, so I don't really want to move. So today's day 11. I got good news today. The colposcopy I had, the biopsies were benign, which is super, super awesome. My head has been spinning all day, as it has been. Still not getting enough sleep. I can't seem to shut my head off as to like all the things that need to be done. And I feel like that's almost come to a head today. The thing is, for videotaping, like I have a clip-on mic that plugs into an iPhone, which I can be using so you'd have really clear audio on it. It has a wind thingy on it and stuff, and it's inside my apartment and not here. Anyway, yeah, so I got those results back. I was super happy. My mind, I just can't seem to shut off to not think about like all the what ifs, you know? And I'm learning. It just got really sunny out. Can I do this? Is that bad form? It just got really sunny. I'm learning that while I'm talking to a lot of friends who have gone through breast cancer treatments, I realize how different their stories are, and they're not my story. And while information is power, I have to remember that their story is their story and my story is my story. And what was, awful for them might not be awful for me. And on the same end, like things that went really, really well for them might not be the case for me. It's interesting that, there's kids on the playground that are making background sounds. I'm just gonna go with it. And then same thing where some people had really, really quick recovery times, and even the surgical plans I'm finding are so different. Like some people have their mastectomies and then have, like I am, have the implants the same time at the same procedure, while other people go through surgery and then they just close things up and then they come back and have the reconstruction after. So like obviously every person's different and you want to hear everyone's stories to have information, but that can't happen to you. So if there is anyone out there who's watching all this, especially for younger people, your story is your story. And of course, like, it's naturally for your head to go into, worst case scenario mode, but that is not necessarily what's going to happen to you. So I encourage you not to fall down that rabbit hole. It's very easy to get into, and it's hard, at least for me, to get out of. And I feel like I had a switch with that today when I had the cervical biopsy results come back benign, and I was super excited. Yeah, it just kind of flipped the switch on me too. And then the doctors have been reaching out to me to check in, which is great. I've been having pain in my right breast where the biopsy was, the bigger biopsy was, for about the past 2 days. And especially when I'm sleeping, it hurts. So I reached out just to check to see like if that's normal. I think actually the nurse called me first to check in to see how I was feeling, which was ironic timing. Like she knew I needed questions answered. And technology, awesome. I messaged her on the gateway and she said send pictures. So I did that. I don't mind taking pictures of my boobs now and sending them to people. Not everyone. Modesty goes out the window, even with fashion. Like I obviously have not worn a underwire bra since really any of this has happened. And my sports bra sticks out from my shirt. But you know what? It's comfort. I don't really care. Well, I care, but I'm not like really seeing anybody, whatever. But I'm gonna be in sports bras for a while, so it is what it is. So yeah, like turning that around, that don't get stuck in the negative place. It's just a wormhole, and it's just, it's not a good place to be. And that everyone has their own story. I've become less reactive too as time is, as time is moving along here. Where like today, somebody that was going to help me can't because they can't get the time off of work. And I didn't make that mean anything other than the fact that they can take time off of work. I know she loves me to pieces, but and I get that that's how it works. And I'm also remembering that there are other people too. So pride is the other one. I'm not going to sing U2 here, but pride is the other one. Your pride kind of has to go out the window. You can be proud of yourself, but not to the point that like I'm not going to ask for A, B, and C because I'm just too proud and I can do it all on my own. Because the reality is I can't do it on my own at all. And lots of people are stepping up. Like I said before, many that I did not expect to, and in all sorts of different ways. I have a friend of mine who I haven't talked to in a while, lives in town, and she's picking up my dry cleaning. I have my son plays in the band, and I have to get his marching band uniform dry cleaned, and I just haven't done that. And again, I'm physically able to go, but like today, I was on Zooms for either work or doctor's appointments for, 7 a.m. until, 7 a.m. till 1:15. That's a long time. So, and then I'm just tired. And I'm trying to walk or get some exercise in. The weather hasn't been super cooperative. It's important to, keep yourself fit if you can, so that way you can heal faster. Not that you should start like weight training or something if you haven't been doing that before. So I feel like things are moving along. I get distracted easy, and the kids in the playground are just really distracting me from the focus of what I want to share with you today. I will put a plug in for, not that I'm endorsing them or anything, but Stitch Fix, which I know is expensive. I mean, it's actually not really super expensive. I have like staple pieces. This shirt's like super old, but when my stomach was all distended, I was like probably 2 pant sizes bigger than I was before. This still intrigues me for about a year. And I think I've mentioned I thought I just had gained weight because of the pandemic. But I'm noticing, well, I'll stand up. I'm noticing that once the Mirena was out, so I joined Stitch Fix, by the way, because I was not happy that my stomach looked as big as it did. And I'm like, I need some clothes that are fashionable, that make me feel good. But I hate shopping, and I don't have a good eye for fashion. So I'm like, let somebody else who's a stylist like figure this out. And that's what they're great for. Like, I don't mind spending the $20 styling fee because I think it's worth it for me. I just hate going shopping. And it's frustrating when things don't fit you right. So I ordered stuff and explained what I thought was my size. I couldn't tell. And she sent me stuff. So yesterday I got, if you could see, I got jeans. Can you see? I got these jeans, and they're cool. They have like, this is such bad video, but they have like little rips in them. Like, they're cute. But the funny thing is that when I tried them on, they were big. And I'm like, that's so weird, because the size that I normally am, my pants, I can't even get above my butt. My body's been shaped differently since last year about this time, and I still don't get why that is. I don't know if anything is related to that. It's just weird. But my stomach has been distended for a year since I had the Mirena put in last year. And the Mirena was taken out last Thursday. Today is Monday. And within like a day, it was almost like a deflated balloon where my stomach went back down. It's not hard anymore. It's like my stomach again. So such bad quality, I don't care. So here's the girls, like, meet them now because, pretty soon they won't look like this anymore. So this is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Tweedledum is the one with the tumor on the side. Tumor there and tumor down there. And like my stomach, I feel like I'm doing a dating thing right now. It looks relatively normal, like for me, and I can tell that, whatever. But like, I don't look like super crazy fat, and it's been distended for so long. So I don't know what that's all about. I'm happy about it. I just don't know if it was the hormone aspect, like the Mirena emits progesterone. And I'm like, maybe my body just hates progesterone. I don't know. I just find it so interesting, and it feels nice to have at least a stomach that feels like my own again. I feel like that's like making up for the fact that, these won't be mine. Well, they're mine, but I mean, what's inside of them won't be mine. It's just so strange. Like my shirts again fit, and I'm not like hanging over with like my love handles, and I don't get it. Like, I don't have a science degree, and I don't understand all of what's happening, but it's just interesting to me. What else I'll leave you with today is the work-life health balance. Not putting all your eggs, I guess, in one basket. I did not spend enough time on me today. I did with like phone calls and doctor appointments and work and all that stuff, but like I have eaten 2 waffles with sun butter on them and a cup of oat milk, maybe 2 cups of water, and I didn't brush my teeth until I got home from dropping Caleb off, and it's about 5:30 or 6 o'clock p.m. right now. And I mentioned I'm having issues with my teeth. I have to still do that to see if she can fix my snaggletooth thing going on there. But I did not take care of myself well in that way. So, lesson of balancing all of it out. I don't have the methods to do these. I'm just trying to share with all of you that you take care of yourselves. And when I notice that I'm not, to relay that on. Many people have told me that I tend to focus on other people so much, almost to the point of at my own expense, which I can totally see. That's not my car, by the way, which I can totally see. And, that analogy, you have to put the face mask on yourself first before you put it on anybody else. Or face mask. I'm still stuck in COVID. The air thing that comes down, whatever. I'm sweaty and hot, and I'm tired, and I haven't eaten enough, so this is just what you get. Any other takeaways? Not to be afraid to ask for help, even when it's something like, can you pick up the dry cleaning and drop it off? Or return the stuff from Stitch Fix that didn't fit, because I can go to the post office. I wanted to get a 15-minute walk-in. I don't know if I mentioned this before as a side thing. I videoed twice, and people were coming over and talking, so I had to restart. But I did have COVID again I did have COVID the end of March. And it's now, end of July, like 3rd week of July. And I still have symptoms from COVID. I don't like to label myself, so while they call it long haul COVID, I'm just like, there's still some stuff that's going on. And one of those is my breathing. I'm able to talk more, but my voice tends to get froggier faster. And I get winded much more easily. And I feel like that should be gone by now. I used to be able to walk 3.5 miles like in the morning and even jog some of it and be okay. And I can't do that yet. I eventually will work back up to that. But even before, when I started this the second time and then people were coming over, I had to stop and sit down on that bench there because I had to catch my breath, and I was only walking for like 10 or 15 minutes. So just a side note, because it's 2021 and the COVID-19 pandemic is still going on, I do have still somewhat of it's not a fear of people, it's a fear of getting sick again, because there's variants to the COVID virus. And I'm pretty sure that I did not get the original one. There was a second strain that started in England, and I feel like that's the one that I got just because of timing, and it just seemed sort of odd that I got COVID a year into it, and that I wasn't even like around the typical people that I would have been around. And now there's like a third, I'm sure there's tons of variants, but a third like major variant that's going around. So yeah. So tomorrow morning, I have my appointment. Oh, this morning, I forgot to mention, there's a group called PACT, Parents or Parenting at Challenging Times, and I met with them this morning. It's a free service through I think the hospital, and oh my God, what a great appointment. I think that helped me get task oriented. Maybe that's why I just kept doing and doing and doing. But she was super, super helpful as to what things to do to help make things easier for Caleb, while still giving him responsibilities and stuff. And one of the things, like she said to me, was about driving lessons. She said, why don't you give the driving school a call, and he only has one driving lesson left, and see if they can push up his road test so that he can get his license before I have my surgery, because then he can drive around and it'll just make life a lot easier. Like little things like that I wouldn't think of. So, if someone offers you help for that or anything, just take it, because it's amazing what you learn. So tomorrow, I have my appointment with the plastic surgeon. I do actually have questions for her. My friend is going with me, who is a breast cancer survivor. I have to come back to the gratefulness about about people that don't mind showing me their boobs, because that's something I'm grateful for. But that's tomorrow, and then Wednesday, I have an appointment with the genetic person. I'm doing genetic testing from home to see if I carry the BRCA gene. My mom does not, so hopefully I don't either. And I can't even think of what else is going beyond that. I just can focus on one thing at a time. So gratitude, rewinding. I'm very grateful for my open-minded friends who, again, they're just supportive. Even people that don't have to be like your best buddies, that are like, hey, do you want to, I've had breast cancer. I'm curious what it looks like to have an artificial nipple. Like, what does that look like? Do you have sensation in it? Which the person I talked to said that she did, which I was very pleasantly surprised about. I thought it was just like kind of cosmetic to have it there, but if you have sensation in your nipple, that's great. But the fact that she's willing to show me what her boobs look like, and and other people have offered to do that too, and it's helpful, not in a perverted way. It's just for me to see it on someone, like in front of me, or even on my phone, or more in front of me, but it gives me a better idea than like looking at it on a computer screen with like a before and after. Not that it's a doctored shot or photoshopped or whatever, but to me, like, I'd rather see, that's actually what it looks like on a person. Helps me visualize the tattooing a bit more and what that will look like, and it's just helpful. So I'm grateful that I have people that are willing to do that for me. I have friends that have implants that didn't have breast cancer that'll be like, here, you want to look? Shh, go ahead, because they're proud of them. But the nipple reconstruction, I don't really get how that works, and that's questions I'll have to ask tomorrow. Grateful. I'm grateful that my stomach is back down. It's not. I know I really haven't been eating a lot, but I don't think it's a weight thing. It's not like, not to prove anything, whatever. I'm happy to have my stomach back. I feel like it's part of me, what my stomach looked like before, even though, I do have little love handles, whatever. But it's a part of me that's like back again. And when you're losing part of yourself, losing the girls, but got my stomach back. So that makes me happy. Next thing I'm grateful for, which is kind of random, I'm grateful for unique beer. I went into a liquor store today, which I'm not a big drinker, like, at all. Partly because of the calories, and I don't really like how it feels to be loaded anymore. Like, those days have come and gone. But I'm German, not born from there, but my parents are immigrants, and I like the taste of a good German beer. So I went to the liquor store today to see, because they have, you can't find unique beers in like a grocery store or something. And they had like some really cool looking beers, two of which are usually hard to find. So I will enjoy that later. I don't enjoy wine tasting so much, but beer tasting is pretty cool. I'm not like wallowing in alcohol. That's not where I am, but I don't normally drink. And, you know, it's hot outside, I'm sweating, and I just want a beer. And I'm happy that people that live overseas make good beer. And chocolate, but I can't really eat the chocolate because of my kidney stone. Okay, I feel like today I was all over the place, but I'm just really distracted because of all the kids around here. So note to self, don't film outside when there's a whole ton of kids here in a line riding on a ramp, because it's distracting. Note to self. Alrighty, see you tomorrow. Bye.